Hi guys, today I'm going to be putting mine, Clovers, and one of my little sister's OCs through a Hunger Games simulator. In District 1, we have Cattail and Troublemaker. Cattail's my little sisters. In District 2, we have Melanie and Fair. Fair is Clovers. District 3, we have Seafruit and Sahara. In District 4, we have Night Aster and Azalea. They're Clovers. In District 5, we have Hollybell and Asteroid. In District 6, we have Dragonfly and Cicada. They're Clovers. District 7, we have Buck and Pansy. District 8, we have Pennant and Tyga. Clovers. In District 9, we have Acacia and Acada. In District 10, we have Pyrrhide and Canna Lily. They're Clovers. District 11, Mina and Hyacinth. And in District 12, we have Clover and Sadie. Clovers, obviously. Okay. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Fair runs away from the cornucopia. Acada runs away from the cornucopia. Buck runs away from the cornucopia. Pennant runs away from the cornucopia. Clover runs away from the cornucopia. And Troublemaker finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Good job, Troublemaker. Mina runs away from the cornucopia. Hyacinth runs away from the cornucopia. Oh, babies. Seafruit runs away from the cornucopia. Cicada finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Ooh. Azalea stabs Sahara with a tree branch. No, not Sahara. No. Pansy and Acacia fight for a bag. Pansy gives up and retreats. Oh, Pansy. Tyga clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Cattail runs away from the cornucopia. Sadie runs away from the cornucopia. Asteroid runs away from the cornucopia. And Dragonfly runs away from the cornucopia. Hollybell grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Pyrrhide runs away from the cornucopia. Night Aster rips a mace out of Melanie's hands. Oh no. And Canna Lily gathers as much food as she can. Day 1. Cicada discovers a river. Asteroid receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Tyga runs from Azalea. Hollybell hunts for other tributes. Clover and Acada hunt for other tributes. Canna Lily searches for firewood. Pennant discovers a river. Cattail picks flowers. Oh, Cattail. Seafruit dies from hypothermia. Fair tries to sleep through the entire day. Troublemaker sprains her ankle while running away from Mina. Buck runs away from Dragonfly. Pansy defeats Pyrrhide in a fight but spares his life. Night Aster thinks of home. Acacia receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. That is not going to be good. Sadie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Oh, thank you. And Hyacinth tends to Melanie's wounds. Hyacinth, how dare you? You're supposed to be taking care of your sister, Mina. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sahara and Seafruit. R.I.P. Night 1. Hyacinth thinks about home. Fair goes to sleep. Asteroid, Hollybell, Canna Lily, and Melanie tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Cicada convinces Pyrrhide to snuggle with her. Acada, Pennant, Azalea, and Troublemaker tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Night Aster defeats Cattail in a fight but spares her life. Pansy receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Yay. Sadie defeats Acacia in a fight but spares her life. Come on, Sadie, seriously? Buck, Dragonfly, Clover, and Tyga tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. And Mina screams for help. Day 2. Melanie makes a slingshot. Cicada hunts for other tributes. Not a smart move if you're on your own. Pyrrhide tries to sleep through the entire day. Night Aster bleeds out due to untended injuries. Canna Lily collects fruit from a tree. Buck sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Smart move. Pansy steals from Asteroid while he isn't looking. That's so Pansy. Dragonfly, Fair, and Azalea start fighting, but Fair runs away as Dragonfly kills Azalea. Clover makes a wooden spear. Cattail questions her sanity. Yeah, Cattail's insane. Akeda receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Acacia tries to sleep through the entire day. Yeah, that's Acacia. Hollybell, Pennant, Hyacinth, and Sadie track down and kill Tyga. Mino receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. And Troublemaker searches for a water source. Good luck. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night Aster, Azalea, and Tyga. Night 2. Pennant, Acacia, and Cicada discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Pyrrhide is woken by nightmares. Cannalily begs for Buck to kill her. He refuses, keeping Cannalily alive. Fair questions her sanity. Sadie convinces Cattail to snuggle with her. Oh, sisters, yay! Dragonfly questions her sanity. Hollybell, Akeda, Troublemaker, and Pansy sleep in shifts. Mina and Melanie huddle for warmth. Clover attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Hyacinth climbs a tree to rest, and Asteroid tries to sing himself to sleep. Day 3. Mina chases Pyrrhide. Cattail fishes. Cannalily picks flowers. Oh, sweet Cannalily. Cicada stabs Hyacinth in the back with a trident. Rest in peace, Hyacinth. Rest in peace. Fair explores the area. Troublemaker injures herself. That's Troublemaker being a little troublemaker. Akeda, Hollybell, Melanie, and Asteroid raid Pennant's camp while he is hunting. Buck makes a slingshot. Dragonfly kills Pansy with a hatchet. Sadie scares Clover off. Heh, Clover's scared of me now. And Acacia tries to spear a fish with a trident. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Hyacinth and Pansy. Night 3. Pennant severely injures Sadie and leaves her to die. Troublemaker tries to treat her infection. Hollybell, Cattail, and Pyrrhide discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Mina receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Cannalily receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Acacia and Clover hold hands. Dragonfly and Fair talk about the tribute still alive. Melanie tends to Cicada's wounds. Buck receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Akeda and Asteroid huddle for warmth. Day 4. Pennant makes a wooden spear. Troublemaker steals from Fair while she isn't looking. Troublemaker being a little troublemaker again. Acacia attacks Melanie, but she manages to escape. Mina discovers a river. Cicada accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Pyrrhide scares Buck off. Oh, poor Buck. Cannalily diverts Clover's attention and runs away. Akeda and Dragonfly hunt for other tributes. Cattail camouflages herself in the bushes, and Hollybell repeatedly stabs Asteroid to death with scythes. Hollybell's aggressive, guys, so stay away from her. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sadie, Cicada, and Asteroid. Night 4. Acacia convinces Buck to snuggle with her. Pennant begs for Hollybell to kill him. She refuses, keeping Pennant alive. Mina unknowingly eats toxic berries. Clover thinks about home. Pyrrhide receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. And Cattail shoots an arrow into Canna Lily's head. Fair sets Troublemaker on fire. Oh no. Melanie attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Dragonfly convinces Akeda to snuggle with her. Day 5. Acacia and Melanie split up to search for resources. Cattail goes hunting. Buck kills Akeda with her own weapon. Clover constructs the shack. Periday attacks Dragonfly, but she manages to escape. Fair hunts for other tributes. Pennant searches for a water source. And Hollybell accidentally steps on a landmine. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Mina, Canna Lily, Troublemaker, Akeda, and Hollybell. Night 5. Buck screams for help. Melanie, Fair, and Dragonfly cheerfully sing songs together. Pennant, Clover, Cattail, and Acacia sleep in shifts. Periday accidentally detonates the landmine while trying to arm it. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Melanie decides not to go to the feast. Smart move, Melanie. Dragonfly decides not to go to the feast. Cattail destroys Clover's memoirs out of spite. Fair ambushes Acacia and kills her. Oh no. Pennant and Buck get into a fight over raw meat, but Buck gives up and runs away. That's Buck. Day 6. Fair and Clover hunt for other tributes. Pennant receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Cattail, Melanie, Dragonfly, and Buck hunt for other tributes. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Periday and Acacia. Night 6. Clover tends to her wounds. Fair cooks her food before putting her fire out. Melanie and Pennant huddle for warmth, and Cattail thinks about home. Poor baby. Dragonfly and Buck tell stories about themselves to each other. Day 7. Buck falls into a frozen lake and drowns. R.I.P. Buck. Cattail, Melanie, Pennant, Dragonfly, and Clover hunt for other tributes. Fair sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Buck. Night 7. Cattail convinces Pennant to snuggle with her. Clover quietly hums. Fair, Dragonfly, and Melanie cheerfully sing songs together. Day 8. Fair travels to higher ground. Clover receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Dragonfly, Melanie, Cattail, and Pennant hunt for other tributes. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 8. Clover ambushes Dragonfly and kills her. Melanie is awakened by nightmares. Cattail throws a knife into Pennant's head. Fair unknowingly eats toxic berries. Day 9. Cattail discovers a cave and Melanie chases Clover. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Dragonfly, Pennant, and Fair. Night 9. Cattail receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Clover is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. And Melanie thinks about home. Day 10. Clover dies from thirst, and Cattail dies from dysentery. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Clover and Cattail. The winner of the 75th Annual Hunger Games is Melanie! Thank y'all all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Bye.